Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to the Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Vora today, obviously the new champion in the Vora's Packed update, which should be live now for everybody. Really quite glad to be here playing her again after like the 2 weeks we had since the PTS videos, which if you haven't seen, I'd highly recommend you go ahead and check those out first, because I do give a pretty general overview of her and also a first impressions type of thing, because I'm kind of going into this video assuming you know a basic amount about Vora and also some of the more advanced stuff I touched on in those two videos, so go ahead and check those out first if you haven't. But even if you haven't seen my other videos and you know Vora already, then it doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and I guess go through the loadout, show you the taunts and what I'm going to be rolling with, and then we'll just jump into some games. As far as I can remember, it is pretty similar to how I had it on the PTS, so there is a bit more of a focus I think now on the tendril and just her sustain in general. We have a bunch of extra health, extra healing when we consume our stacks, damage reduction when we use our tendril, and we are going for the taunt that gives us 2, so it makes it even stronger. Then a bit of cooldown and reset and stuff on the tendril again, just to kind of enforce the fact that the F is going to be the main part of the setup that we're rolling with for the talent. We'll grab Relentless Presence. I did play 2 games with her already to get her to level 2, just so that I could actually use this in the video. It's not that unyielding pressure is bad, I just say Relentless Presence is better and overall is a super useful talent. Deafening Silence is also solid, but it is a bit more, I'd say, situational than the other two. Again, I'm not going to try and go over too much stuff that I covered in the original 2 videos, so I'm not going to go through her kit or anything, but I should mention that her tendril was actually changed. I think a few other things were as well, but I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. As far as I can remember, tendril actually used to have a 14-second cooldown or a 15-second cooldown or something like that, and they've brought it down to 12, which is actually pretty big considering I felt like you were already moving around quite a lot already when you grabbed Relentless Presence and then like this sort of loadout, so now they pulled a couple seconds off it. I imagine you're going to be jumping around even more. Definitely kind of hard to tell if it's going to be too much because I am playing this obviously the day that she released. That's when I'm recording it. You might be watching it later, but yeah, 12 seconds I think for her base kit makes sense, but I think if you grab Relentless Presence, maybe it should add an extra second or 2 onto the cooldown of the F, because I think it might be a little bit too much. We'll see. I'm not sure. It's literally release day, so it's really hard to tell, like I said. Right, well, for game 1 we've got Siege Stone Keep. Shoutouts to Fishy20 and also possibly their Dark Lord. We've got Anara, we've got Corvus and Andra and a Strix, and then for their side of Vora, Acacia, Bakoa, and Amani, and a Leanne. Just in case it wasn't already clear from like my coverage on the PTS and stuff, I do really like Vora. I'm actually really excited that she's now in the game. She's one of my favourite character releases in a minute, and I think her archetype and just the way that she plays is very different to most other characters. But anyway, I went ahead and grabbed the setup. We're starting off with some Cauterize. We've got Nocturnal. Tremors is kind of interesting. Spreading Influence. She's actually going for a Flying Anara setup. Okay, Curse Revolver, Alacrity, Splitting Ice, Pluck, Impulse, and Unyielding Pressure. Seems like the servers are maybe a little bit iffy because my stuff's getting kind of caught mid-air a little bit weird. That is not what I wanted to do, but I guess it kind of works. Tried to pull myself away, managed to hit the freaking Leon on my way back. I have no idea how that fight worked. Okay, I guess I'm dead to the Imani. We traded. I don't feel like I really should have died there. Obviously it is patch day, so stuff is going to be a little bit janky, but yeah, I don't think they actually fixed very much on the PTS. As far as I can tell, everything is very, very similar as it was on the test server, which is, I guess, what you'd expect, but considering they don't usually change too much from the PTS, there is a Q for the Mako. I'm going to F myself over the top. There we go. There's the objective captured, and our was actually super useful. Hello, Mako. That didn't really work how I wanted it to, but that's fine. We can F ourselves in and finish him off. I've only played 2 games of Vora, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty, but so far, we're actually doing pretty good. Put ourselves over. Is that going to be enough? Yes, I thought there'd be somebody here that was actually kind of smooth. Strix is here. Andra's on the top. I guess we're kind of just blocking them in spawn. Hello, Vora, you're jumping in. Okay, there's some shots. Put myself across. Sure, throw a Q back. She's not even chasing. Thank you for the heal there, Corvus. We do actually heal for consuming our stacks, even if we don't land anything. F myself over. Hello, Koa. There's a Q. He's totally gone. I feel like I'm not blinking enough. I need to blink more. My eyes are dry as shit. Vora is going in over here. Okay, she's gone. This is a very weird match. I'm assuming it feels weird because I'm not used to playing Vora, because it's been about 2 weeks since I made any of the videos on her, and she is obviously the new character, so of course it's going to be a little bit strange. We crippled the Mako, which actually worked out surprisingly well. Going to pull myself to be, I guess, kind of annoying. There's a Q. I'm going to right click for the damage immunity, pull myself down. That is not what should have happened. I think I might have actually just crashed my game because of that. I think I actually just crashed my game, or I guess it kicked me back to the lobby. What? Well, that's definitely something I wasn't expecting. I pulled myself down. It launched me upwards because I think the Cassie knocked me back and I was getting like a weird momentum carry, and I think I actually crashed the whole game. I played 2 already and didn't have any problems, but that didn't happen in any of my matches, so that's all I can assume that it is. Right, whatever, I guess we'll go ahead and jump into another one. The Q was pretty quick. I luckily managed to grab Vora again. Wasn't really what I was expecting for the first video on the update, but I don't know why I wasn't prepared for it. We've got Siege Warder's Gate for, I guess, game 2. We've got a BK already locked in. We've got Leanne, we've got a Grover and a Mako there to finish off the team, and for their side another Vora, a Corsa, a Canessa, and Nara, a Leanne, and a Ceres. So pretty similar stuff. Definitely one of the things that counters Vora the most is like hard CC, like cripples and stuff, and the Anara, which I just ground, would be a huge problem here. Although I imagine Canessa and Leanne can also be huge problems, obviously, if they're outputting a ton of damage. We've got Chain Reaction, we've got Half Shell Ferocity, or their side Mortal Reach, Eminence, Mother's Grace, which is actually kind of good to see, Steady Aim and Unyielding Pressure. Okay, and we also have Eminence on our side. Starting off with some Cauterize. Seems like a pretty standard game. We're going to just jump over here on the left and throw out some stuff. It seems like they all went right. Then we'll pull ourselves over. Hello, Vora. You should be dead because you can't right click because we crippled you. Okay, my eyes are so dry today. I don't know if that's just because I'm not blinking because I'm playing a new character or what it is. There's some good damage on the Inara. I'm in a bit of a funny spot here, but she is gone. I think we'll jump over. Never mind, I guess we'll get rid of the Ceres. No, I won't. I'll just die because my reaction time is ass. The Inara is actually still alive as well, somehow. Honestly, I think that's causing me the most trouble right now in my bloody eyes because I feel like I'm just like not blinking enough and I can barely look at my screen. It's horrible, but we got rid of the Nessa with our tick damage. Team got rid of the Inara as well. Went ahead and popped our ult. By far, my least favorite part about Vora is her ultimate. Let's go ahead and execute there Vora if I can. Okay, there we go. Ult was kind of a waste, but she's gone. So I just went ahead and popped the ult. We're nowhere near it though. We can pull ourselves over here, get some damage on the Leon. It's going to be really hard for me to push over on this side because they are paying a lot of attention to it. So I guess we should play down here a little bit and push up on the Nessa. She's going over this side. There is the right click. Jesus Christ, Vora's got some weird bugs, but there goes the Inara. The whole team's dead, and there is the push successful. Well done, team. Didn't know if we were going to get that one or not, but we actually had a decent amount of time to spare, and I did okay towards the end. I'm really, really rusty with Vora again. Luckily, I'm not targeting this as some sort of super professional guide. It's a bloody FrostFangs video, but I feel like for my first impressions, it's maybe a little bit more scuffed than usual, but hey, I hope you're enjoying it regardless. I'm having a good time, even if it is, yeah, a little bit all over the place so far. So yeah, anyway, let's keep it going. I'm going to go ahead and run left again. Seems like they're actually going this way this time. There's a bunch of damage. They actually all ran on left. There's a bunch of damage for the Inara. That slow's annoying. I was about to right click, but I'm gone before I even realized. They took my health off pretty damn quick. Put myself over. There's a hit. There's a right click as well. She went into her immunity just as we did, but she is gone. Put ourselves over the side. Went for the ult. That was a very strange angle. Can we ult her? Objective loss. It's a bit of a shame, but we should be able to get rid of the Nessa at least. Yeah, sure. Sadly, we didn't get on the point, but it's fine. Jump in here on the Inara. She tried to warn me off, but we just put ourselves over, which is kind of funny. She is a goner. Hits for the Ceres as well. Okay, nearly died to the Nessa. I'm on like no health. I guess the plan now is to just try and zone him. Knessa's just there at the back doing Knessa type of things. I guess I should throw over some stuff and deal some damage to the Inara just to be kind of annoying. The Nessa is still trying to snipe me. I'm going to pull myself over. Hello, Inara. I kind of just dropped out of nowhere for you. She's going for the ult, but she's not going to be able to pull it off because she's a goner. Hello, Nessa. That is really not the pull I was going for, but hey, that works. She's gone. We're going to jump in over a little bit here. Vora is going into her thing. The Q is super hard to land when you're being knocked around all over the place. Vora is just behind here, I think. Yep, they will go ahead and just jump on her, I guess. There's my right click, which I think I timed a bit better, so she's gone. Nearly got rid of the Ceres. Can we just land a couple ticks? Nice. Definitely doesn't seem like they're able to push this, but you never know. The Beyond just removed me from the game by hitting me with an Eminence. Okay, there's a Q for her. She's going for the ult. Okay, we've got some good damage. She should be out. Ceres is hitting her with heals. I do have max cauterize. I don't think it's going to be enough. We'll pull ourselves across. That is BK going for the ult right at the end of the round. Defense successful, I guess, because they all ran off it. He died for it. That was a very weird play. We'll get rid of the Beyond in the slow-mo. Sure, I'll take it. 3-1. We do have our ult. I don't really know why BK used it. Grover also used it, I think, towards the end there because he's only got 26%. Really try my best to not repeat myself with stuff I've said in like other Vora videos and my coverage on the PTS, but by far my least favorite part about it is the ultimate. I love the rest of her kit, to be honest. I think the rest of it feels great. It is kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of other Paladins characters, but her ultimate to me just feels really janky and I do not like it at all. Did get a bunch of hits on the Inara. She took a bunch of my health off. We'll go ahead and pop the ult. That might be an execute. Okay, there we go. It's still useful. You know, it's not a bad ultimate. It just feels really janky. I did try and get some sort of combo there, but she cleared me before I could even get my Q off. I was going to left click Q and right click, but I didn't even get half of it done. Pulling myself in aggressively on the Nessa. This is not the combo I wanted to go for, but okay, I'm going to pull myself in again. There is the right click. You know, even if I die here, I feel like we're going to distract them for a decent amount of time. There's a Q and she is gone. Double kill and I'm still alive. Holy shit, that worked. Okay. Grover went for the ult. I think they're actually still having problems with the two people over there. Now I was going to try and run back in. We'll dismount her and there is the victory. I'd say well deserved. I feel like I played okay. I definitely could have done a better job there. This is my first freaking time making a video on Vora since she's out, so obviously it'll be a little bit rusty. But yeah, I feel like I did decent. 11-6, 67k. I'll happily take that. It's actually highest damage in that game. For the rest of them, BK struggled a little bit there. The Leon did a really good job. The Grover did pretty damn good, and so did the Makoa. Shoutouts to Af and John. That was our Makoa. Shoutouts to him for their side. Their Ceres did pretty good. Their Inara did alright. Their Leon did pretty decent. Their Vora did okay, but she did die way more than I think she needed to there. 14 deaths is quite a bit above everybody else. Then their Nessa did a pretty good job. 15-7, 56k. She would have had a worse stat if I went after her more, but I was kind of playing towards the middle and not pushing up on her because I was for some reason worried that I'd lose the fight, even though every time I went against her I felt like I was pretty easily able to clear her. But yeah, either way, I feel like I did good. Overall solid game. I think we do deserve the win. We'll jump into another one. Alright, anyway, for game 2 / technically 3, we've got Siege, Frozen Guard. Shoutouts to a bunch of people here in the chat. I think it's BK, Eevee, and possibly also Furia and Makoa. I'm not really sure, but we got Furia, Eevee, Bomb King, and Makoa as the final team. Somebody picked a skin booster, so I guess we'll go ahead and switch up the skin because I've barely played with this one. Before the enemy team, obviously another Vora, a level 200 Zin, a Torvalda Pip, and a Tyro. So pretty even stuff again, as far as I can see. But anyway, for the talents, we went ahead and started with the same thing. We've got Cherish, we've got Wormhole, Raw Subject, and Half Sharp. Okay, Yomi, Mercy Kill, Combat Medic, Thanks Grandpa, and Unyielding Pressure. She doesn't have any other option because she's level 0, but I imagine that wouldn't be her first choice. We are also on the remade map, which is kind of nice. There's some hits into the Torvald. There is a Q, which I just about missed. Zin is kind of going around for a flank. There's a Q, a bunch of damage into him. Okay, you can pull up his counter, but that you're going to stop because obviously we have tick damage. There's some hits into the Vora. There is a right click kind of early to get the bonus damage. She's actually gone. Pull ourselves down, pull ourselves over. Yep, sure, because why not? I guess I'm over here now. And there we go. We've got the objective captured. Just throw over some more shots in there. There's a Q as well. Pulling myself in. There's There's a right click for her and a Q as well. I think I might be dead. Yeah, there we go. I probably shouldn't have pushed in as much. Go over a Q and just a bunch of left clicks and stuff. Honestly, Vora's range is pretty damn good. I think I mentioned it in a different video I played with her, but her actual shots and abilities and stuff go way further than you probably think. We got rid of there. Vora going to go ahead and pop the ult, I guess, or maybe not. I guess we can just distract them for a little bit. We have a pretty hefty amount of damage reduction. Pull ourselves up from there, and then pull ourselves down. Hello, Pip. Oh my god, that play actually kind of worked. Is that right click going to be enough? Okay, I probably could have saved that because now I don't have any immunity. We'll jump down here on the Tyra. She's definitely gone, even with the 12-volt stuff. We'll pull ourselves up a little bit. The way freaking movement carries on that is beautiful. There's some more hits for her. 12-volt went for the ult and then got cleared. There we go. There is the push successful. Well bloody done, team. This has been a pretty damn heavy win so far for us. 2-0. Feel like we've been shredding them. They just said there in the chat, yo, FrostFangs put this in the vid. New bug, FrostFangs Vora Pro. Yeah, so I guess you can walk into that wall there. There goes the Pip. I'm going to put myself kind of in and play, I guess, kind of aggressively, because why not? There's a Q for the Tyra. She's on like no health. I was going to pull myself again, but I am dead too. The Zin, and there we go. There's the objective captured. I barely did anything that round, but yeah, the team pretty much carried it for me. 3-0. Seems like we might be able to turn it into a 4-0, and I've barely done anything. Fury went ahead and popped the ult. The 12-volt is definitely dead here. I guess we can go ahead and pop ours and push up. BK went for the ult. This is probably a bad idea. There's no reason for me to push up. We'll go ahead and pull ourselves off that little ledge, which is really well placed, and then jump onto the Pip. Hit him with a cripple, but that doesn't seem like he really cared about it, to be honest. He was still jumping around as if he didn't have one. There is a right click, consumed our stacks as well for the heal. I hit 2 things into you there, and you just absorbed both of them as if it was nothing, because of course the encounter can just absorb like 3 or 4 fucking hits. Don't really know what the plan is, but hello Tyra. Okay, get our full stacks, and then right click for the bonus damage. She's gone. Hit a Q into the 12 and just slash away at him here. He just got bursted. Hello Vora, I guess you're also here. We'll pull ourselves in, get rid of her, pull ourselves over, try to get rid of the Pip, but that did not work. He's just sitting at spawn door. Hello Zin, you're gone. Go ahead and pop the ult. I think I'm even going to need to do anything with it, because there is the victory. Bit of an uneven one, 4-0 there. I feel like they were trying to put up a good fight in a few of the situations there. They're actually holding it, but overall as a team we kind of ran over them. I didn't do all that much there. That was mainly the other 4 people on my team, but I still did, I guess, yeah, decent. I didn't do badly. I just didn't do as good as I feel like I could have done. 9-4, 442k is actually quite a bit better than I thought I was going to do there, to be honest. 3rd top damage, I'll take that. I thought I did quite a bit worse than that. Retract a bit of what I said a second ago. For the stats on everyone else, the Fury shredded, 5-1-17, 21 streak, 150 seconds to the point, 22k damage, 72k healing. Well done to her. The Mukoa did okay, definitely could have done a little bit better. BK did a really good job, and then the Eevee also did decent. For their side, Pip did pretty good. Their Tyra did alright. Their Vora did pretty decent. Their Zin had a bit of a harder time, and so did the 12-volt, but none of them really did that badly. To be honest, stats-wise, I think just as a team, we were playing a little bit better, maybe a little bit more cohesive. Pip said, and this is what garbage matchmaking will look like for the next month or 2. I feel like it's not really any different than it has been, you know, any other time. Paladins matchmaking is never perfect. I don't know if it's necessarily any worse after updates and stuff, but maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like the games we had today are no different than the games we have any other day. But yeah, anyway, that was Vora. A bit of a weird video, to be honest. I feel like this one has been a little bit more hectic than my usual sort of stuff. I will obviously be covering her again sometime in the next couple of days when I've got her higher leveled and I played with her a bunch more, and maybe revise the loadout more. Who knows? Of course, let me know if you do want to see me do more Vora by dropping a like on the video, and let me know in a comment. Let me know your thoughts on her as well. I'd be actually quite interested to hear them. It's a bit of a shame they didn't fix too much stuff from the PTS, because her card still doesn't have art on one of them, and a few other things that were bugs on the PTS are still an issue. So I don't actually know what they do during the PTS cycle, because it doesn't seem like much stuff really gets changed from like the end of PTS and when it actually goes live. But then again, I'm not a game developer obviously, so who am I to really say? Either way, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Bit of a messy video, but I hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, stay Frost there.